Welcome back to Classic Radio Drama Theater. In this episode, we present 4 gripping dramas, each a descent into a world of crime, deception, and relentless pursuit. We'll confront a tropical frame-up, pursue a phantom-like killer, question a suspicious suicide, and chase down a gang of ruthless thieves. 4 stories, 4 burning questions, all in one thrilling episode. First, we join the FBI in the tropical frame-up. A seemingly simple hijacking case quickly escalates into a complex web of betrayal and murder in an exotic locale. But who is framing whom? And will the agents uncover the truth before it's too late?
This is your FBI. This is your FBI. The official broadcast from the files of the Federal Bureau of Investigation. Presented transcribed as a public service by the Equitable Life Assurance Society of the United States and the Equitable Society's representative in your community. Tonight, the subject of our FBI file, hijacking. Its title, The Tropical Frame-Up.
Tonight's case from the files of the Federal Bureau of Investigation concerns hijackers. Currently, one of the most serious law enforcement problems in the nation. Crime has always increased in time of war, and the Korean conflict provides no exception to that rule. However, hijacking has had a rise out of all proportion to other crimes. Bank robbery, for example, has advanced only 2%. But since the beginning of the war in Korea, hijackings have jumped a full 33%. That increase reflects a criminal trend which, if unchecked, will greatly impair the security of the nation's home front. Inflation and war shortages have made every truckload of goods more valuable to the rightful owner, and also to our common enemy, the thief. Tonight's FBI file opens in a large eastern city. An attractive young woman is just admitting a guest. He is one Art Graham, junior partner in the firm of Ford & Graham, specialists in interstate commerce. Hijacking.
Come in, Art.
Thanks, Julie. Where's Pete?
Inside, getting dressed.
Oh?
Want a drink?
No, thanks, baby.
Well, tonight's the night, huh?
Yeah.
What's the setup?
Oh, pretty big job.
Mm-hmm.
Nearly 4,000 cases of bonded whiskey.
Hey.
We gotta knock off 4 trucks.
Well, that's really a tough order.
Well, we got it all laid out. Everybody knows what they're supposed to do. Shouldn't be any trouble.
How much cash will that stuff bring?
Oh, a real bundle.
That I like.
Hey, Julie, where's that big run? Oh, hi, Artie.
Hiya, Pete.
Hey, I'm glad you stopped by here, kid. I got something I want to spring on you and Julie both.
What were you looking for?
That big brown envelope, honey.
Oh, it's right over there on the table.
Oh, okay. Good. You know, there's something in here I want to show you.
What is it?
Pictures. Now sit down, both of you.
Hey, what is this?
Sit down, will you?
Okay.
Look, Artie, when you and I started in business together, we agreed that if either one of us ever wanted to pull out sometime, he could. You remember?
Yeah.
Well, tonight's my last job.
What?
Are you kidding?
I got plenty of letters packed away for me and Julie. We're going to get out of this larceny business for good.
What are you talking about?
Here you are, baby. Take a look at these pictures.
What's this?
It's a banana plantation.
So?
So I bought it a month ago.
What do you know from bananas?
Well, it's your favorite dish, ain't it? Bananas and cream for breakfast?
Yeah.
Well, then you got a whole plantation of them to go against.
Hey, where is this joint?
Boca Grande.
That's in Africa.
No, it's an island near Cuba. Belongs to the United States, so we don't need a passport.
It's still Africa.
Okay. Anyway, sweetheart, we're leaving on the boat in the morning. From then on, we're living like dukes and duchesses. How's it sound to you?
Well...
Oh, what do you think about it, Art?
I I think it's swell.
Sure, and so will you, Julie, when you get to thinking about it. Hey, wait a minute. Look at that time. I got to go and case that warehouse where they're loading the trucks. I'll pick you up in about 30 minutes, Artie. Artie, look, build Julie up on Boca Grande while I'm gone, will you?
Yeah.
See you later.
Well, sweetheart,
If he thinks I'm going to Boca Grande, he's nuts.
he wants you to leave in the morning.
Yeah. All right, what are we going to do? You got to think of something quick.
Don't the idea appeal to you? Boca Grande, a plantation, living safe and easy?
Not without you. And you know it.
Then I've already thought of something.
What do you mean?
I mean, it was real nice of Pete to buy that plantation for you and me.
Huh?
He wants to retire? Okay, I'll see to it tonight that he does retire. For keeps.
At 3 o'clock that morning, FBI Special Agent Taylor was asleep at home when the phone beside his pillow suddenly went off.
Okay, I'll get up and... Hello.
Jim, this is George Wilcox.
Yeah?
Sorry to wake you, but something broke and the SAC put us on it.
No, it's all right, George. What is it?
4 whiskey trucks were hijacked on Route 1 shortly before midnight. Each of them was carrying 1,000 cases of bonded bourbon.
Yeah.
Well, so far, we've located 3 of the trucks.
Full?
No, they'd already been unloaded.
Sounds like a well-organized job.
Yeah, it sure was. That's why I don't understand where that 4th truck is. The 3 we found were together.
Maybe motor trouble on the way back?
Could be. If they abandoned it on the highway, we ought to know pretty soon. There's a 3-state alarm out on it.
Did you get anything from the 3 you located?
No, but I interviewed the drivers, and the hijackers used the same M.O. as that Central City job last month.
Well, that file's still open, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. So it could be the same gang.
Well, why don't you pull that
Pardon
file
me,
and
Jim. Somebody on the other phone.
Okay.
Wilcox. Oh, yes, Lieutenant. You did? When? Oh, where was that? Uh-huh. Yes, I know the place. Oh, any ident? I see. All right, thanks. Yes, right away. Jim.
Yo.
That 4th truck has just turned up. The state police found it in a ditch near the intersection of routes 15 and 39.
That one been emptied, too?
So far as the whiskey is concerned, but there was a body in the cab. Looked like somebody was trapped when the truck went into the ditch and caught fire. The trooper didn't examine the body. He called in to make his report and say he's standing by.
I see.
Jim.
Yeah?
I'm stuck at the desk tonight. Can you go out there?
Sure, George. As soon as I'm done, I'll head for the office.
Bon voyage, Art.
What? Oh, same to you, Mrs. Ford.
What's with a Mrs. Ford?
Lean over the rail like you're looking for somebody on the pier. It'll be better if we don't know each other.
Why?
You're supposed to be making this trip with your husband.
Oh, I already told the purser he couldn't get aboard in time.
Play it my way.
Okay, but...
But what?
Art, you don't think there's any possible chance of anybody finding out?
About last night?
Mm-hmm.
Everything's clean.
You're sure?
Chuck Baldwin took care of it. He was driving the truck Pete rode in when they hit a dog stretch. Chuck tapped out your Ever 11, ditched the truck, and set fire to it.
Oh.
Morning papers even got a picture of the truck all burned and a thing about a guy's body being found inside. There goes the gangplank. We'll be pulling out in a couple of minutes.
Want to hit the bar and buy a girl a drink?
We don't know each other, remember?
Ah, come on. Let's have some fun.
Look, before you know it, we'll be in Boca Grande. Just the 2 of us on that plantation. Let's save it for there. Goodbye, Mrs. Ford. Nice to run into you again.
A hijacked truck runs off the road into a ditch and catches fire. The driver's body is found. It all appears to be an accident. But special agents of your FBI do not accept the obvious. The ditch has gone over foot by foot. The truck is examined with painstaking care. and the following morning at the FBI field office.
Hi, Jim.
Oh, hello, George.
You been out there all night?
Yeah, I just got back. We couldn't get near the truck till about an hour ago.
Well, what happened?
Well, the truck body was metal. Frankly, for a while there, I wasn't sure it'd ever cool off. I guess a killer figured the same thing.
Killer?
Oh, yeah, George. The thing is more than a hijacking. The man we found on the truck had been murdered. He died from a blow on the head. Turned out to be somebody named Pete Ford.
Pete Ford?
Yeah, Ford's wallet was near the truck, and a ring the corpse was wearing had the initials PF on it.
Teletype came in this morning from the resident agent of Central City. He's worked up a lead on this Ford.
Oh, well, it's too bad we didn't get it earlier.
Odd is being murdered now. From what we can learn, he was about to quit.
Oh?
Yeah, I went over to interview Ford when this teletype came in. His bags were there all packed. The doorman told me I just missed his wife.
Oh, where'd she go?
She and Ford had tickets to sail this morning for Boca Grande.
Boca Grande, huh? Well, you think she'd go alone?
Well, she did. I radioed the ship and learned she was a passenger. But we've got nothing to hold her on.
No, that's true.
Well, here's Pete Ford's arrest record. It just came up from my dent.
Thanks, George. Okay, I'll cross-check every name. We'll try to round up his gang.
Oh, brother, what a joint.
Pete was right. There's sure plenty of bananas.
I wonder when we hit the plantation.
Are you kidding? We're on it.
Huh?
If this map ain't lying, those are all mine.
Well, one thing's for sure, we'll never starve.
Art.
Huh?
Look through those trees. That house.
Holy.
Isn't it beautiful?
Looks like a railroad station.
And it's ours.
Good old Pete.
Art, please.
Please what?
Let's forget Pete.
Okay with me.
What a joy for a party.
Yeah, we'll have him. You got the key?
Yeah. Here.
You want to look around out here first?
No, let's go in.
All right.
Welcome.
Pete!
Hello, pal.
It can't be.
Well, it is, honey.
We thought you... Well, I mean, we...
Too bad it didn't work.
No, Pete, put it away.
It's only a gun. You're not afraid of a little gun, are you?
Please, Pete, I didn't
Out
know...
of the way, Julie. I got some unfinished business with Artie.
To those familiar with law enforcement, it is not surprising to find the FBI calling a special agent at 3 o'clock in the morning to set him to work on a hijacking. The men of your FBI have learned one rule for every type of crime investigation. That rule is there is no substitute for speed. Clues may disappear in a matter of minutes. The memory of witnesses may fade. The entire structure of the case is different where the criminal has a head start of only an hour instead of a day. That is why no special agent of your FBI is ever off duty. His job is never 9 to 5, but 9 to 9. 9 in the morning to 9 the following morning. For the Federal Bureau of Investigation keeps the same hours as America's army of criminals. And crime takes no holidays. Tonight's file continues on the island of Boca Grande. Special Agents Taylor and Wilcox are in the office of the island's chief of police.
And so it would seem pretty obvious that the man whose body we found in the truck was Pete Ford.
Senor, you were able to get no fingerprints?
No, we tried, but it was impossible.
I see. Now, about this Pete Ford's wife.
Well, we're not sure, but we've got reason to believe that she may have been mixed up in the killing.
Oh?
You see, we uncovered evidence that Ford had a partner named Art Graham. We then learned that Graham and Mrs. Ford were better than just good friends.
I see.
And according to the passenger list of the boat Mrs. Ford took down here, one of her traveling companions was the same Art Graham.
The old story, yeah?
That's right. Oh, have you been able to get anything for us yet?
No, senor. When I got your cable, I sent a man to see if Senor Ford bought any property on the island. So far, I have heard nothing from him.
We did a little checking before we came over here.
On Ford?
No, we tried to locate Graham, but no hotel here or in San Saba had him registered.
We brought pictures of Graham, if you could distribute them.
Oh, certainly, senor.
Thank you.
Chief Brazos,
This is Gonzalez. I'm at the Hall of Records.
have you found anything yet?
Just now. Senor Ford bought a banana plantation last month. The Solano family sold it.
Oh, I know where that is. Thank you, Gonzalez. Come back to the office immediately.
Now, look, Pete, you've got to believe me. I didn't have anything to do with it.
Stop lying to me.
But I tell you, I didn't.
Stop lying to me, I said.
But I got a right to tell my side of it.
I already know it.
Okay, then, if you're satisfied with what you think, kill me. Go ahead.
All right, let's hear your story.
This is the truth, Pete, so help me.
Go on.
Well, when you didn't come back from that job, by the time morning came, I was scared stiff.
Yeah?
Yeah. And then Art came to the apartment all in a lather and said something had gone wrong and you were plenty hot with the cops right then.
Yeah?
Yeah. And he said you told him to get me on the boat and come on down here with me, to look after me until you'd cooled off and could make it here yourself.
No kidding.
Honest, I didn't want to go off and leave you, but if you thought it was best, there wasn't anything else for me. Pete, it's the truth, every word I'm saying. Don't you believe me?
Chuck Baldwin got cold feet about knocking me off, Julie, and told me the whole story.
Well, I don't care what Chuck Baldwin told you.
I do, because the way it turned out, you and Artie did me a big favor.
What do you mean?
As far as the cops are concerned, Pete Ford is a dead man.
What?
I did to Chuck Baldwin what he was supposed to do to me. Then I fixed it so the cops would think he was me.
But...
Then I grabbed a plane and come on down here to be on hand to greet you and Artie when you arrived to set up housekeeping.
Oh, listen, Pete.
Shut up. And since you and Artie did me such a big favor, I'm going to do you one now. I'm going to let you stay and keep house with Artie. But you might have a little trouble explaining to the cops why he has to lie down all the time. You know, I couldn't have been the cause of it. Remember? I'm dead.
Pete, come back. You can't go...
So long, sucker. And enjoy the bananas.
Now the long search seems almost over. A long search that started 1,500 miles from the tiny island with a hijacking. A hijacking that included a murder. Arriving at the banana plantation, Special Agents Taylor and Wilcox first examined a car standing in the driveway. There was luggage piled on the back seat. Luggage belonging to Julie Ford and Art Graham. The car contained no further evidence.
Well, let's go up to the house, George, huh?
Okay, Jim.
It's quite a place that Ford picked out.
Yeah.
Brazos was right about that storm coming up.
I hope it doesn't hit too quick.
Yeah. Oh, George, you better cover me.
Right.
Hello, Mrs. Ford.
I don't know you.
We're special agents of the FBI. Here are my credentials.
I see. Well, what do you want here? I mean... All right, come on in.
Thank you. Go ahead, George. Now, Mrs. Ford, the reason we're here is...
Jim, look.
Art Graham.
Yeah, it's him, and he's dead. But I didn't do it.
Well, who did?
My husband.
Who?
Huh?
Nobody believes me.
Mrs. Ford, we were led to think your husband died Monday night.
But he didn't. He was in this house less than an hour ago. And he killed Art Graham.
Well, where is he now?
I don't know. He walked out. Maybe that's him calling. Would you answer, please? I don't want to talk to him.
All right. Hello.
This is Police Chief Brazos. Can I talk to Mr. Taylor or Mr. Wilcox?
Oh, this is Taylor speaking.
Oh, Taylor. A cable message just came from your office.
Will you read it to me, please?
See, body in truck identified through dental records. It is Charles Baldwin, alias Chuck. Baldwin's record shows previous arrest with Pete Ford, believed member his organization.
That all?
Si, senor.
Thanks very much. Bye.
Was that him?
Oh, that was the chief of police here. George, the body in the truck's been identified. It's not Ford.
Well, I told you it wasn't. It's Chuck Baldwin.
That's right.
Well, now you've got to believe me. I couldn't know that unless Pete told it to me.
Well, we believe you, Mrs. Ford.
George, if Pete Ford left here almost an hour ago, he might be trying to get off the island. Let's try to stop him.
Oh, that was you knocking.
Yeah. Brother, what a storm.
Yes, a bad one.
Is that your boat tied up at the foot of the pier?
Yes.
I want to charter it.
All right. Wait till I look in the book. Let's see. Well, tomorrow it's rented. Sunday it's rented. Monday...
I want it right now.
Fishing is not good in the storm.
I don't want to fish. I got to get to Cuba.
I'm sorry, mister. If I took you there, I wouldn't be back in time for tomorrow, and I'm rented already.
Your sign out there says $50 a day.
Well, that's what I charge. You bring as many people as you want.
I'm alone, and I got to be in Cuba by tomorrow. I'll pay you $500 to take me.
$500?
Yeah. What about it?
All right.
All right, come on.
Not now. We have to wait till the storm clears.
Huh? Well, how long will that be?
Sometimes lasts an hour, 2 hours, never more. You have your papers to get into Cuba.
Huh? Yeah, they're in my pocket.
Here. Please sign your name in the book.
Why?
It's the law.
Oh. Now, is there anything else before we go?
Yes, I must have your exit pass.
My what?
You don't live on Boca Grande.
No.
Well, when you came, the man gave you a blue card.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I threw it away.
And I cannot take you off the island without such a card.
I just told you I threw it away.
The police will give you another one.
Look, can't you forget about that?
I will lose my license.
Okay. I'll go get one. And if the storm's over, when I come back, we take off.
Jim, look at that rain.
I see something that bothers me even more.
Well, what's that?
That patch of clear sky out there. The storm will probably be over pretty quick.
When it is, we can pick up the search again.
Well, I'm afraid Pete Ford might be waiting for it to clear, too.
But there's only 2 ways he can get off the island, and we've checked the airlines and the steamship offices.
Yeah, I know.
Brazos didn't come up with any more charter services, did he?
No, none we didn't cover.
Well, then maybe Ford's going under somewhere on the island. After all, he's got nothing to go back to the States for.
Yeah, that's true enough.
I doubt he'll break his neck to get to Chuck Baldwin's funeral.
Baldwin?
Yeah, what about him?
Look, so far as Ford knows, we still think he's dead, right?
Yeah.
Come on, George, let's make all those calls again.
Well, the storm's over.
Did you get the exit pass?
Yeah.
Can I have it?
When we get to Cuba.
I must put it with my papers before we go.
I said you'll get it when we hit Cuba.
I'm sorry, Mr. Baldwin. I need it now.
Okay.
What are you doing with that gun?
You wanted to see my exit pass? This is it. It's my passport to Cuba, too.
I'm not afraid.
I had a lot of guys say that. I never knew any of them who really wanted to die. You were the first.
No. But you can't kill me.
Why not?
If you do, how will you get to Cuba?
Maybe I'll find another boat. I got a chance if you don't take me, but not you. Tie me down and you're dead.
I see.
This way you make yourself $500 and keep on living. All you got to do is run me across to Cuba. Now, what's it going to be?
All right. I'll take you.
Smart boy. Come on.
Hold it, Ford.
What?
I'll take that gun.
Hey, what is this?
An arrest. We're special agents of the FBI, and thank you, Captain, for stalling till we got here.
Pete Ford was brought back to the United States and turned over to local authorities who tried and convicted him on a charge of murder. All other members of his hijacking organization were rounded up and convicted in federal court for theft from interstate shipment. Special Agents Taylor and Wilcox located the charter service Pete Ford was trying to use when they checked to see if anyone employing the name Chuck Baldwin had applied for transportation. And so another case from the files of your FBI was closed. Closed with the arrest and conviction of the criminals. That result was important to you, the decent citizen, wherever you are. For crime begets crime. And if one killer is allowed to go unpunished, he might kill again. Both of Pete Ford's victims were fellow criminals. But had he not been apprehended, had he gotten to Cuba and then back to this country, His next victim might have been an innocent truck driver, a passing motorist. Might indeed have been anyone, even you.
The incidents used in tonight's Equitable Life Assurance Society's broadcast are adapted from the files of the Federal Bureau of Investigation. However, all names used are fictitious, and any similarity thereof to the names of places or persons, living or dead, is accidental. Tonight, the music was composed and conducted by Frederick Steiner. Your narrator was William Woodson, and Special Agent Taylor was played by Stacey Harris. Others in the cast were Michael Ann Barrett, Bill Conrad, Herb Ellis, Billy Hallop, Gaylord Pendleton, and Vernon Rich. This Is Your FBI, a Jerry Devine production, was directed by Sid Goodwin. This is Larry Keating speaking for the Equitable Life Assurance Society of the United States and the Equitable Society's representative in your community, and inviting you to tune in again next week at this same time when the Equitable Life Assurance Society will bring you another thrilling transcribed story from the files of the Federal Bureau of Investigation.
From the tropics, we move to a suspenseful manhunt in The Stranger. When a series of truck hijackings ends in a fiery death, FBI agents must untangle a web of clues to find a killer who leaves little trace. Can they identify the elusive stranger before he strikes again?
The Equitable Life Assurance Society presents This Is Your FBI. This is Your FBI, the official broadcast from the files of the Federal Bureau of Investigation. Presented transcribed as a public service by the Equitable Life Assurance Society of the United States and the Equitable Society's representative in your community. Tonight, the subject of our FBI file, Manhunt. Its title, The Stranger.
Tonight's case from the files of the Federal Bureau of Investigation is typical of many. Clues are few and far between. You will follow step by step as your FBI agents trail them down. This brings up a point we'd like to make clear to our listeners. From time to time, we receive letters asking whether these programs do not tip off criminals by revealing specific methods of crime detection, thus putting potential lawbreakers on their guard. We wish to assure you that every program is carefully scrutinized at FBI headquarters in Washington, with this point in mind. No information that would give aid and comfort to the underworld is ever disclosed. However, your FBI is grateful for your concern and interest. Tonight's FBI file opens on a main highway in a southern state. It is late afternoon as a young man stands at the edge of the road attempting to thumb a ride through a national park. Car after car goes by until a new convertible comes along and stops. The driver throws open the door.
Hop in, son.
Oh, thank you.
Just throw the bag in the back.
Okay. Well, sure feels good to be riding again.
You been waiting long?
Coming up an hour. I was just going to throw my elephant away.
Elephant?
It's a good luck piece.
Oh.
Nearly had it rubbed clean through. Yeah. Car runs nice.
And for what it cost, it should. How far you going?
Close to Biloxi as you come.
Well, I'm going right through.
Yeah, suits me fine.
That where you're from?
A little town close by.
Oh.
Glad to get back. I guess I wasn't naturally cut out for being a salesman, lugging around that heavy case.
What were you selling?
Sports clothes. Saw me an ad in a magazine. Said anybody could make $100 a week just for toting a case full of samples. It ain't so.
got a job lined up back home?
Mm-mm.
You better start rubbing that elephant again.
I just now did. You better slow down, mister.
Huh?
Pull over and stop.
What for?
So I can drive.
I'm not tired.
Mister, you heard what I said.
Hey!
Now, don't bother looking down. The thing in your side ain't no elephant. It's a gun.
The following month, outside an FBI field office in the northern city, Special Agent Taylor greets Agent Paul Scott.
Paul, I'll save you a trip upstairs. Come on.
Oh, where are we going?
Over to the garage.
What's the deal?
Got to drive out to Lakeville. A man named Arthur Butler was shot and killed last month in a national park down in Louisiana. His car, clothes, and jewelry were stolen.
What turned up?
The car, it was abandoned in Lakeville.
Who turned it in?
Well, a woman in Lakeville named Logan wrote to the victim's widow. She said the car had been in the alley behind her house for a couple of weeks, and she wanted to buy it. Hold it, Paul. Red light.
How'd this woman know who owned it?
Well, the car's carrying Virginia plates, so she dropped a line to the license bureau.
Any suspects?
No. It looks like Butler picked up a hitchhiker, but we've got no idea who it was or what he looks like.
Well, how about the stolen jewelry and clothes?
We're getting a complete list. Come on, we can cross it.
Yeah. Nice, easy case.
Yeah. Yeah, all we have to do is find an unknown killer who's got a month's head start. Paul, I got some clean prints off the rearview mirror. Anything back there?
No. I've gone over just about everything.
Well,
What?
the old saying's right. Cheat and the cheese will certainly show.
What?
I want you both to know that I saw this car first, and if anybody buys it, I will.
Oh, ma'am, we're not buying it. We've got permission to examine it, is all.
You must be Mrs. Logan.
How'd you know?
We're special agents of the FBI, ma'am.
Oh.
We were told about your letter to Mrs. Butler.
Well, pardon me.
Tell me, Mrs. Logan, have you seen anyone else around the car?
Oh, yes. I've been watching ever since I wrote the letter. Because to her that watches, everything is revealed. That's an Italian saying.
Would
you know,
you, please tell us who you saw?
There was a little boy from the next block.
Oh.
No telling what he'd have stolen if I hadn't seen him. I don't know what these youngsters of today will ever grow into. You know what they say, as the twig is bent.
Yes, ma'am, we do. Did you happen to notice the person who left the car here?
No, I didn't.
I see. Well, thank you for your help. Paul, we'd better be going.
Right, Jim.
Well, thanks, and goodbye, Mrs. Logan.
Goodbye, and I'm sorry I spoke sharply to you before. It was rude of me. But a fault confessed is half redressed.
Yes, of course.
Goodbye.
Bye, Miss
Goodbye.
Logan. Jim, unless the killer's in the single fingerprint file, we made this trip for nothing.
Oh, maybe not.
You got another angle?
Yeah, that full gas tank. It could mean it was filled here in Lakeville.
Yes, it could.
It's worth checking. Let's cover every service station.
Charlie, gas up that truck, will you? Can I help you?
Yes, please. We're special agents of the FBI. Here are my credentials.
Okay.
We'd like some information.
I got it. You can have it.
Fine. We're looking for somebody who's been driving a black Buick convertible with Virginia license plates. The car has a badly smashed left rear fender.
Virginia? Yeah.
You remember it?
Uh-huh. Came in a couple of times for gas. Never kept enough air in his tires. I remember that.
You remember who was driving?
Man, I don't know his name.
Oh, can you describe him?
Plain face. Not bad looking, not good looking.
What color hair?
Blonde.
Was he a big man?
Like a football player.
Oh? Did he ever mention anything about where he lived?
No.
Anything else you can tell us about him?
Yeah. Yeah, he had a kind of accent.
Oh?
Southern accent.
Well, that should help, Paul.
Yeah?
Thanks very much.
The process of conducting an investigation is like climbing a very steep ladder. Every fact becomes another rung. Now, your FBI had rung number 1. The driver of the stolen car was a big man with a southern accent. But before the next step could be taken, Another fact was needed, an important fact. The name of that man. The name the 3 fingerprints could be checked against. The name that would enable your FBI to start a manhunt. Moving around a city, a man leaves his name in various places. So Special Agents Taylor and Scott began with a list of clothes and jewelry stolen from the murder victim. They visited second-hand clothing dealers. They visited tailor shops that specialize in alterations. They went to jewelry stores, watch repair stores, loan offices, finance companies, and pawn shops.
Yes, sir. Can I help you?
Maybe. I'm a special agent of the FBI. Here are my credentials.
Yes, sir. What is it?
Well, I'm looking for some stolen jewelry. Here's the list.
I never handled stolen goods in my life.
Just a minute. I didn't mean that to be an accusation. We have reason to believe the thief was in this area, and it's just possible he pawned some of these things here in your shop.
Oh, can I see that list?
Surely.
We can check on this watch first.
All right, that'll be fine.
Okay, let's... If I'm not looking for it, my book on watches is in my way, but I... Oh, here it is.
Serial number on the watch case is 374-486.
374? It's not on that page. 374. Here's one. 374-486.
That's it.
It was pawned on the 11th of this month.
By whom?
H.W. Martin.
Any address?
Yeah, 5139 West Lincoln.
Let me write that down. Paul, the stolen wristwatch was pawned on the 11th at a hock shop on Broadway.
Oh? By whom?
Somebody named H.W. Martin. He gave an address on West Lincoln.
Well, let's go.
Oh, I've just been there. It's an empty lot.
Oh.
I ordered a photostat of the signature on the pawn ticket. Maybe Washington will be able to come up with an ident for us.
Teletype just came in.
Oh?
The prints are not in the single print file.
Ah. Now, where do we go now? We know for sure he was here on the 11th when he pawned the watch.
Yeah?
He's got a southern accent, so he's not from anywhere around here.
Well, it could mean he stayed at a hotel. Or a motel. He did have a car.
Yeah. All right, Paul, let's get photostats of registrations at every place he might have checked into the week of the 11th.
Inspiration plays a part in any investigation. But what gets the job done is hard work. Patient, laborious separating of wheat from chaff. The registers of more than 400 hotels had to be examined. Had to be scrutinized line by line, name by name. One pile of photostats followed another as the 2 special agents continued their search. A search for a killer who, at any time, might strike again.
Jim, will you hand me some more of those photostats?
Sure. Here you go.
Thanks. Looks like only about a dozen more to go.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Jim, it's highly possible that if he used a fake address, he probably faked the name, too, so even
Paul?
if... What?
Look here. Henry W. Monroe.
Hey, that's close to it.
Yeah. Where's that photostat of the signature off the pawn ticket?
Oh, here.
No. Thanks. Hey, look at the H.W. and the M on this.
Mm-hmm.
Now compare them with the initials in Henry W. Monroe.
They're the same.
Yeah. He's at the Hotel Majestic. Let's get a warrant and get over there.
Most decent, law-abiding citizens are interested in cutting down the tremendous number of major crimes committed in this country each year. For one example of how each of you can help, you need go no further than the case being dramatized for you tonight from the files of your FBI. Exercise caution in picking up hitchhikers. Time and time again, that advice has been given to motorists throughout the nation. Yet not a week passes that an innocent person is not robbed, beaten, or killed by some highway marauders. Law enforcement agencies like your local police and your FBI can attempt to apprehend criminals after they have committed their vicious acts. But you, the public, can do more than that. You can help prevent crime. Because it is so important, we repeat the advice given earlier. Exercise caution in picking up hitchhikers. Heed that advice. It may save your life. Tonight's FBI file continues in the lobby of the Hotel Majestic. Special Agents Taylor and Scott approach the clerk's desk.
Hello there.
Okay.
Hi.
Did that register help you?
Yes, we think we found the man we're looking for. His name's Henry W. Monroe.
Monroe.
That's right. He checked in on the 9th.
Let's look at the rack. Oh, yes. Room 793.
Is his key in the box?
It doesn't matter. He checked out.
Oh, when?
The 15th. Paid his bill in cash. Here's his card.
Thanks. What does this letter C mean?
He got the commercial rate on his room.
Oh?
How come?
I don't know, but I can find out. We keep a separate book on commercial customers. Now, let me see. Monroe. K-L-M. Oh, here we are. Henry W. Monroe, Arex Clothing Corporation, Los Angeles, California. He registered as a salesman.
No street address?
No, sir.
Maybe Los Angeles is all we'll need. Thank you. Come on, Paul. Let's get a teletype to the L.A. office. Paul, here's our answer from Los Angeles.
Oh, they locate that clothing company?
Yes, and Monroe used to work for them.
Used to?
Yeah, he applied for the job by mail and was sent a sample case and credentials. He made 3 sales, got the cash in advance, and never turned in the orders.
Well, that figures.
They also sent us a physical description on Monroe.
Did it match?
Yeah, perfectly.
Where'd they get it?
From his application, which also carried a small passport picture, and the picture's on its way now by airmail.
Oh, did they know where he was from?
Yeah, Springfield, Mississippi. The police there have already been contacted.
Good.
Now, let's see here. I think our next angle ought to be cleaners and dyers.
Here?
Yeah. Monroe was about the same size as Butler, so he might have decided to keep his clothes.
Okay. I've got a list of cleaners and dyers here on the desk.
Oh, great. I'll get it, Paul. Taylor speaking. Yeah, that's right. Fine. Yes, I see. Lay down now. All right, thanks very much. That was the wire room, Paul. The Springfield police checked Monroe's family. They got a card from him last week. He's working here, but they don't know where.
That makes the dry cleaners a good angle.
Yeah, let's start checking them.
As an investigation continues, more avenues of work open up. Each cleaner and dyer in the city received a description of the stolen clothes. And at the same time, Agents Taylor and Scott were following up other possible leads. A clue rarely walks into an FBI office. For the most part, it comes after a session of labor. A session like the one put in searching the hotel registers. A session like the one being put in now where other lists were being checked. Employment records, newspaper subscription files, the rosters of different clubs. All that to find one name, Henry W. Monroe. Occupation, murderer.
Paul, that list of cleaners paid off.
Wow. One of them call in?
Yeah, he cleaned the camel's hair coat last week, and he's positive it's the same one.
Where's Monroe living?
Well, that he didn't know. The cleaning was done for a man named Roberts, an old customer of his whose description doesn't match Henry Monroe's.
Well, where does this Roberts live?
Out near the ballpark. Let's go see him.
Wait a minute. Oh. Yeah,
We'd like to see Frank Roberts.
he ain't home.
Are you Mrs. Roberts?
His sister.
We're special agents of the FBI. Here are my credentials.
Oh,
You expect your brother back?
sure.
When?
I don't know. He goes out when he gets up, and he comes home when he gets
Do
tired.
you have any idea where we can find him?
No,
May we come in and wait?
Sure.
Thank you. Good. Thanks, Jim.
Paul, look at that coat there on the rack.
Yeah.
Oh, miss, is this coat your brother's?
Uh-huh.
You mind if we look at it?
Go ahead.
Thanks. Here's the label. Arthur Butler. Miss Roberts,
Yeah?
do you know where your brother got this coat?
Off some guy.
Who was it?
Guy who dated me.
Oh, what's his name?
I don't know. I don't remember.
But you said you went out with him.
'Cause he was a friend of my brother's.
Well, can you tell us anything about him?
He was a creep.
Was he a big man, blonde hair?
Yeah, that's him.
And did he sell your brother the coat?
No, he swapped it.
Oh, for what?
An elephant.
What?
Now, look, Miss Roberts.
I don't mean a real elephant. It was a little one made out of ivory. My brother got it in the army in Africa. This creep thought elephants were lucky.
Would you know his name if you heard it?
Try me.
Was it Monroe?
Yeah, that's it. Hank Monroe.
You know where he lives?
He had a room near the river someplace.
Do you know the address?
No.
Did he ever tell you where he worked?
No.
Well, have you any idea at all where we can find him?
I already told you. He's a creep, and I got no interest in creeps.
Oh, thank you, Miss Roberts. Thank you very much.
A room near the river. That's a lead, all right. But the streets running back from the river were populated by hundreds and hundreds of rooming houses. Again, the wearied job of searching through haystacks began for the two special agents. They were aided by a picture that arrived from the Los Angeles field office. A picture of Monroe. Copies were made and a trek through the streets begun.
Do you know this man?
Up one block and down the next, to rooming house after rooming house. Always the same question.
Do you know this man?
Whatever the answers, the meaning was the same. Henry Monroe doesn't live here. By now, there was only one more block to cover, so Agents Taylor and Scott took alternate houses, still asking the same question.
Do you know this man?
Yes.
Fine.
Who are you?
I'm a special agent of the FBI, ma'am. Here are my credentials.
I see.
Is Mr. Monroe in?
He moved.
Oh, how long ago?
2 days.
Well, is he coming back?
I don't know, but I wouldn't think so. All he's got left in his room is junk.
Well, would it be possible for me to see that junk?
Of course. Come right in.
It's almost 2 a.m., Jim.
Yeah, I know.
This makes it look like Monroe has really moved.
Well, let's give him another half hour, huh?
Sure. We should have brought along one of those little elephants we saw in his room. We could use some luck.
There's a car coming now, Paul.
Yeah.
It's slowing down. It's not him.
No. This reminds me of a surveillance I was on with Newcomb. We stayed in front of a rooming house like this.
Hold it. Someone coming.
Yeah.
You got a cigarette?
Sure.
Thanks.
Here's a light.
No, I don't want to smoke it. I thought we'd use it. Big guy.
Mm-hmm.
Cross your fingers.
What do you have?
Hey, Bud.
Me?
Yeah. You got a match?
Yeah, I think so. Wait a minute. Yeah.
Thanks, Monroe. I thought you'd come back for those elephants.
Who are you?
FBI. We've been waiting for you.
Henry Monroe was tried and convicted in federal court on a charge of murder on a government reservation.
The incidents used in tonight's Equitable Life Assurance Society's broadcast are adapted from the files of the Federal Bureau of Investigation. However, all names used are fictitious, and any similarity thereof to the names of places or persons, living or dead, is accidental. Tonight, the music was composed and conducted by Frederick Steiner. The author was Jerry D. Lewis. Your narrator was William Woodson, and Special Agent Taylor was played by Stacey Harris. Others in the cast were B. Benaderet, Betty Blythe, Joe Forte, Isabel Jewell, Charles Maxwell, Paul Richards, and John Stephenson.
Next, we hit the bright lights of the big city with Broadway's My Beat and Detective Danny Clover. A lottery winner's sudden death looks like suicide, but Clover senses something darker at play. What secrets lurk beneath the glittering facade of Broadway, and can Clover expose them?
Broadway's My Beat. From Times Square to Columbus Circle. The gaudiest, the most violent, the lonesomest mile in the world. Broadway's My Beat, with Larry Thor as Detective Danny Clover. Broadway, where a pale and hungry girl walks like a queen because Broadway's a dream street. Where a fat man stands with begging eyes because he knows his dreams will never come true. It's a cry or a laugh, but nothing in between. Either way, it's My Beat. On special detail, there are no special hours. Don was at the window of my office at police headquarters when I scribbled my last report. An out-of-town school teacher was trying to beat the heat by using Columbus Circle for a burlesque runway. I buried that one behind a convenient fan, bid the boys a fond bonjour, and started home out the side entrance. I didn't make it. All I saw of sunrise was in an alley, the alley reserved for police ambulances coming home to the morgue. A voice stopped me and invited me in.
Danny, come here.
The man who stood silhouetted in the slice of light was a man who called himself K-Peck, a freelance photographer who hung around headquarters. You never knew he was there, but he always was.
The quality of dawn, Danny. Who can hold it? Who can imprison it? It is the eternal enigma for a photographer.
Why don't you go home then, K-Peck? What keeps you here?
That ambulance, perhaps.
Huh?
You see, creative men like me have a devotion. It is always the same. Perfection. Everything neat and perfection.
Oh, so that's what it is.
Watch that stretcher, Joe.
Yeah, okay. Hiya, Danny.
Hi, what do you got, boys?
Suicide. Guy jumped in front of an 8th Avenue subway.
I didn't know anything about it.
Well, not your department, Danny. See you later.
See what I mean, Danny? Neat and perfection. The man they're bringing in, for instance.
What's neat about him?
That was Jimmy Dorn, a Cinderella man who only the other day won $17,000 on the Irish sweepstakes.
What?
You must have read about him, how no newspaper, no newsreel could get a picture of him.
Yeah, I remember. He was shy. I liked him for that.
But I have a picture of him.
Oh? Dead or alive?
Alive, of course. Dead is for any hack with a brownie.
Got it with you? Mind if I see it?
No harm. I've already sold it to the news. Here, look at it, Danny. Note the delicate play of light and shadow, the exquisite...
This guy looks happy. I never seen anybody look that happy.
Because K-Peck took it at the moment of Jimmy Dorn's greatest joy, the supreme ecstasy of winning $17,000.
Yeah, to each his own. How did you get it when no one else could?
The famous K-Peck tact. It cost me $50 to arrange it, but the news paid me twice that.
That much, huh?
When Mr. Dorn committed suicide, it raised the price. You see, in the newspaper game, one must know.
Excuse me, K-Beck. Danny Clover, give me the dope on a suicide name of Jimmy Dorn. Yeah, I know it's not my department. I'm nosy. Yeah. Lily Dorn, 3rd Avenue. Okay, that's enough.
You have the look, Danny. You smell something, maybe?
Maybe. Be with you in a second, K-Peck. Hello, Benny. Danny Clover. That Jimmy Dorn suicide. Tell the chief I'm going to look into it. Yeah, Benny, yeah, I know, but it bothers me. Sure, I'll grab some sleep on the subway.
I asked you, Danny, you smell something, maybe?
Why should a guy let a subway train make his wife a widow with 17,000 orphan dollars? Why should all that sudden dough make him want to commit suicide?
Is it such a secret why men destroy themselves?
Yeah, to me. It's not neat, Kate Beck. It just ain't neat. Third Avenue is a tenement 5 stories high and miles long. At 9 o'clock in the morning, it was going full blast. The elevated, housewives hunched in open windows, kids flipping pennies against a wall, and every 7 minutes it screams. Somewhere between Sam Chew's hand laundry, special attention paid to pleated dress shirts, and the Blue Star delicatessen, cream soda and hot pastrami 2 bits, somewhere between there was a doorbell. I pushed it.
Yeah? What do you want?
My name's Danny Clover. I want to see Mrs. Dorn.
Suddenly, everybody wants to see Mrs. Dorn. Suddenly, I'm a popular lady. Suddenly,
I'm from the police, Mrs. Dorn.
You guys don't quit, do you? All right. Come on in. You want to know how it is to win $17,000? Is that what you want to know?
Look, Mrs. Dorn, I'm sorry about your husband.
Oh, sure. You can feel any way you like.
Tell me about your husband.
Jimmy?
Yeah.
I'll tell you about him. Jimmy didn't like people. He got afraid of them once, and he never got over it.
Why?
You know, I don't know. He was always running, and I ran with him. I was his wife, Mr. Clover. I didn't need to know any more than that.
But maybe you understood why he refused to see any reporters when he won all that money.
Listen, my husband was a frightened little man who won a sweepstakes. It bought him an obituary.
No, that doesn't tell me much. This room tells me more.
This rat hole. This room says that, doesn't it? Rat hole.
I didn't say that, Mrs. Dorn. I'm talking about that circus poster on the wall. Patsy Mack presents the 3 whirling tornadoes. Was your husband a whirling tornado?
You can go now, policeman. You said your questions. Now go.
Brody, please. Why didn't you stay in that room? They can't do anything more to us now.
Come right on in, mister. Who are you?
I'm a clever boy. I don't win sweepstakes, but I stay alive.
Yeah, real clever. Now, what about this circus poster?
It covers the cracks in the plaster.
3 whirling tornadoes. 3 men riding motorcycles in a barrel. Mrs. Dorn, for a frightened man, your husband made a dangerous dollar.
Look, I told you all I know. Maybe you ought to get out of here.
Why should a poster come between us, Mrs. Dorn? We were getting along fine.
You heard the lady, copper. She's saying she's finished talking.
That right, Mrs. Dorn?
Yeah.
What did you say?
I said that's right.
Maybe I should have let it alone, got some sleep. But it kept eating at me. When I found out Jimmy Dorn rode a motorcycle in a barrel, everybody got unhappy. I don't like it when it gets unhappy. So I took a walk and found myself on Broadway in front of a tired building that has a lot of names. You take your choice. You walk up 4 flights and you get 4 offers. You're perfect for a fairy tale ballet that's opening in Newark. You'd make a stunning cover in a muscle magazine. Can you play first trumpet with a Bop Hawaiian outfit? If you got a song that's crying to be published, all at a slight fee, of course. And on the 5th floor, you find what you were looking for. The office of Patsy Mack, promoter, entrepreneur, and a doll of a guy.
Well, it isn't Danny Clover.
Hi, Patsy.
You still pounding the stem, Danny? Aren't you ever going to be promoted?
Promotion means a desk job away from Broadway. Who wants that?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Can I give you something?
Grape juice would be keen.
I've got 3 fingers left of a bottle given me by a bearded lady who was enamored of my social standing. It'll bring a smile to your lips.
You drink it, Patsy, and thank her for me, Patsy. Send her a dozen blue roses, or is it red roses for a bearded lady?
Yeah, I'll do that. She'll appreciate it. She loves delicate things.
Don't they all? Patsy, tell me a story.
Okay. Now, let me see. Oh, have you heard the one about...
Tell me the one about the 3 whirling tornadoes.
The 3 tornadoes? What fond corner of your memory clutched onto them?
Tell me about them.
Well, I don't remember much about them, Danny. They've been out of the business a long time. The 3 tornadoes, huh? Well, there were 3 of them.
Thanks. There was no one else connected with it.
Oh, no. The tornadoes ran their own carny. Toured the villages and the metropolises.
Patsy, you got a reputation for remembering every act that ever played a circus or carnival. What were their names?
Oh, you put me on my metal, boy. Now, let me see. There was a Jimmy Dorn.
Dorn?
Yeah, I think. Oh, say. Could he be the one who ended up under a subway this morning?
I'll look into it. Who were the others, Patsy?
Well, there was a fellow named, let me see now, a Russian kind of a name, Danilov. Yeah, that's it, Joe Danilov.
Joe Danilov. And the third?
Oh, now you're pressing me, boy. The third was a man named, let me see now. Brady? No, that wasn't it.
Could it have been Brody?
Brody, that's it. Well, how'd you know, Danny?
Brody, it's a short jump. I'll try real hard. You're sure there was no one else connected with the act?
Well, now come to think of it, there was another guy.
Yeah?
He backed the show, I think. Oh, his name doesn't register, Danny.
This guy whose name doesn't register. Was it you?
Oh, are you kidding? I had nothing to do with the tornado.
Well, thanks a lot. You're a gentleman and a scholar, Patsy. And a liar. I left Patsy there waving his jaw at nothing, which was about what I had. Nothing. An ex-carnival performer wins $17,000 and dies under the wheels of a subway train. They say he jumped. Why should he do a fatal thing like that? And why should Patsy lie to me? A one-sheet poster said, Patsy Mack presents the 3 whirling tornadoes. Patsy had just told me he had nothing to do with the tornadoes. Well, there's another guy I know, in another place I know. His name's Pop, and he takes care of the file room of a magazine that tells a lot about people, especially if the people are show people. The file room was deserted except for Pop.
What you doing down here, Danny?
Angling, Pop. Oh, you don't have to hide that comic book from me.
My wife packs it with my lunch, Danny. Now, you take this one.
Yeah.
Sandra, the Jungle Queen. Ain't she a honey? Makes a man remember.
Yeah, she's keen. What are you holding on a guy named Joe Danilov, Pop?
Take a second to find out. How was that name again?
Danilov, Pop. D for doll, A for avenue, N for...
Avenue N?
Yeah, Avenue N, Pop.
Yeah, got it. Only, you didn't spell it right, Denny.
You didn't let me finish.
Didn't need to. Here's the file on Joe Danilov, all right. Only it's D for dead.
Let me see that. Joe Danilov, ex-carnival performer, a member of the 3 tornadoes, was found dead today at the bottom of an elevator shaft. Danilov left no survivors, his wife having died a year ago. Hey, how about this?
How about what?
Listen, a week before his death, Danilov came out of obscurity to win a cross-country motorcycle race with a purse of $1,000.
So he made funeral expenses. That's hot news, huh?
Last night, another man, a man named Jimmy Dorn, came out of obscurity to win a lot of money. He died, too. 2 whirling tornadoes all played out, one after another.
You know something, Danny?
What?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, sorry, Pop. I was playing with a jigsaw puzzle.
Well, you said right down there and do just that. I'm going upstairs for some coffee. You want some? Coffee, Daddy. Want some?
Yeah, your coffee. Be nice, Pop.
I'll just be a few minutes. Don't let anybody kidnap Sandra, the Jungle.
Yeah. 2 whirling tornadoes. The third one named Brody. Maybe you'll blow away, too. Brody and the bitter widow Dorn. And Patsy Mack, the sweet guy who told lies. That you, Pop? Oh. I never knew what it was that slugged me on the back of my head. It wasn't a comic book, and whoever did it wasn't Pop. Just before I hit the floor, I had a flash. It wasn't Sandra, the Jungle Queen, either.
You are listening to Broadway's My Beat with Larry Thor as Detective Danny Clover. A number of paying guests mysteriously disappear. 2 elderly spinsters who entertain them have a suspiciously rising bank account. And it's a murder farm story for Casey, crime photographer, to explore on CBS Tonight. Also on CBS Tonight, you'll hear the network's famous series, Escape, in place of Suspense, while Suspense is on summer leave of absence. Tonight's opener on Escape will be John Russell's famous story, The Fourth Man, a tale of a Pacific Islander adrift on a raft with 3 murderous companions. Be sure to hear Murder Farm on Crime Photographer and The Fourth Man on Escape tonight. They come to you on most of these same CBS stations. And now back to Broadway's My Beat. You win a lot of money or die violently or do both, and Broadway will know all about you. You get your name and your picture in the morning editions. Then Broadway won't care anymore. But I care. Maybe it's because I've got a cop's curious mind, but it bothered me why Jimmy Dorn died. So I made it my personal business. And so far, business was rotten. I was on my back when Pop brought me to. It took a little longer to find out that the press clippings I was looking at weren't around. That's a new one. Rolled for some old press clippings. This needed thinking. To think, a cop's got to eat. To eat, there's a classy sidewalk cafe on the corner of Broadway and 47th where you stand up to a hot dog and a cup of coffee that dares you. I threw a lump of sugar at it when someone tapped me on the shoulder.
Hello, Danny. Mind if I join you?
Oh, K-Peg, not at all. Grab a napkin.
Danny, somehow you look unsymmetrical today. What happened to your head?
I had it done over.
Oh, you detectives, always intruding yourselves into violence and danger. Who did it, Danny?
Person or persons unknown.
Oh, you should go home and get some rest.
What about you, K-Peg? Don't you get any sleep either?
I am a vain man, Danny. I've been waiting for the noon edition of the news to come out. It has the picture I took of Jimmy Dorn. Look at it, Danny.
Yeah.
Is it not a magnificent reproduction?
Yeah, it's quite a picture. How'd you catch the expression?
For an artist like me, it is a matter of precise timing. But somehow, I feel the caption beneath this picture is not right.
What do you mean?
I feel the caption should not read suicide. It should read murder.
Oh? Makes you say that?
I have captured death in my pictures for a long time, Danny. This is the face of a man whom death was about to touch with murder, not with suicide.
You talk prettier, but you think like a cop.
The elements for murder are three, Danny. A widow with $17,000, perhaps a boyfriend, and... Wait a minute, Danny. Where are you going? You haven't touched your
I've got to make a call.
So you can't eat first?
Who calls on a rich widow with onions in his breath? Hey, you up there. You at the window.
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Oh, hello.
Hello. Mrs. Dorn, isn't she home?
You want somebody, mister?
Mrs. Dorn. I've been ringing her bell. Where is she?
Oh.
You know where Mrs. Dorn went? There's no light downstairs.
Her?
Yeah, her.
Oh, sure, she had a date for across the street.
What?
For across the street, mister. The Eagle Tavern. I saw her go in there with a guy.
The Eagle Tavern took up 40 front feet of sidewalk, and its insides were designed to take up thousands of man-hours of loneliness. Right now, there were only three lonely people: the bartender, Mrs. Dorn, and Brody. Mrs. Dorn and Brody were standing at the end of the bar trying real hard. I hated to do it, but I decided to ruin their evening for them.
You don't know when to quit, do you, Clover? Why do you keep coming around?
Like I was saying, Mrs. Dorn.
What are you drinking, Mac?
Nothing at all.
Yeah, you can nurse that a long time.
Mr. Clover, look. Please, we don't want any trouble. We got all the
It's this way, Mrs. Dorn. A long time ago, a man named Joe Danilov fell down an elevator shaft and was killed. Seems like he was nobody until he won a motorcycle race. Then he got his name in the papers. Then he died. What does that do to you?
What should it do to her?
I'll try a refresher. Joe Danilov was a whirling tornado. He belonged in your husband's act, Mrs. Dorn. Try to react on that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You got your reaction, Clover. Now blow.
Mrs. Dorn, you know your husband just might have been murdered.
No.
Try it, Mrs. Dorn. Consider it.
You've got no manners at all. All you've got is a loose mouth.
Wait a minute, Brody. The man said somebody might have killed Jimmy. Do you think so, Brody?
This guy's trying to put poison in your brain, Lily. Don't listen to him.
You think I shouldn't, huh?
Why should you listen to you, Brody?
Go read a book, copper. Go read a book and find out why I should hang around a woman who's married to my best friend, Jimmy Dorn.
Maybe you're waiting for him to die.
He did, didn't he?
Yeah. I never thought of it before. Jimmy's dead, and that makes you number one boy to a lady who just inherited $17,000.
That'll teach you, Lily. That'll teach you not to talk like that.
Sock on a woman's easy, Brody. This'll be a little tougher.
Hey, what are you doing? Hey, you can't fight in here.
Stop it!
I'm running a Haitian joint.
Oh, stop it! Stop it!
Lily, I'm sorry. Don't cry, Lily. Please don't.
Talk to him, Brody. Tell him what he wants to know. Tell him what you never told me. What happened back there 10 years ago? Why were you and Jimmy always hiding? Tell him, Brody. Oh, tell him.
Take off, copper. You've done your bit. Take off and feel filthy about the whole thing.
Sure, only you fascinate me, Brody. If you didn't shove Jimmy Dorn in front of a subway train, what keeps you alive? First Joe Danilov, then Jimmy. There's hardly a breeze left of the three whirling tornadoes. What's keeping you alive, Brody? Now there was a guy I just had to see. Capek. There was a chance he had taken more than one picture of Dorn. Maybe in the background I'd see a familiar face. Out in Sea Beach near Coney Island, I found the door with Capek's name on it.
Oh, it's you, Danny. Come in, come in,
Well, I didn't
come
want to
in.
disturb you, Capek, but I just wondered if you took any more pictures of Dorn besides the one that ran in the news.
Oh, I am not like other photographers, Danny, who take dozens of pictures to get one good one. I take only one, and it is always perfection.
So the one in the news is the only one?
Yes. It is important that there should be other ones?
It might have been. Well, it's quite a gallery you have on the wall.
Yes, yes. Come look, Danny, come look. This one, Danny. This girl who looks like a tired angel on a lonesome street.
Yeah, nice.
And look, and this one, a derelict asleep in the gutter. It has the texture and the lighting of a Rembrandt, no?
Now, Capek, a man with your talent could live in a penthouse with dancing girls. Why do you live here?
I get some of my best results here.
Yeah, everybody gets some. You must have got there fast for this picture.
Oh, that one, yes. Well, you know my deal with the police. The minute anything violent happens, I go out with you. I get a picture. You get a body.
Who was he?
That is a man who was once Joe Danilov.
Danilov, huh?
Yes, I took this picture just after he fell down the elevator shaft. The mood of finality was magnificent.
Very dramatic, Capek. Danilov was one of the three whirling tornadoes. Did you know that?
So? Well, to me, Danilov was simply a man who fell down into space and died. The picture captures the sensation, don't you think? The down-sweeping lines, the shadows like a dark caress, the broken form like some grotesque passion, everything neat, everything...
I don't think Capek even saw me open the door and leave. It's a long subway ride and a transfer back to Broadway. Coming up from an underground of naked concrete into the blare of 49th Street, well, there's a magic to it. I didn't have time to enjoy it. I had a job to do and a chance to take. And the chance paid off. Patsy Mack was in his office working late.
Okay, Danny, so I lied to you about my connection with the tornadoes. And why not? First Joe Danilov, then Jimmy Dorn. Next, maybe me. Why should I take a chance?
They were accidents, the people say.
Oh, not just accidents, Danny, not that kind.
Tell me, Patsy, why do you think you'll be next?
I don't know. It just looks like everybody connected with the tornadoes is written down in a little black book.
Tell me more, Patsy.
This time I'm leveling, Danny. Once I managed the tornadoes, but I dropped them like they were a basket of snakes.
Why? What did they do?
Remember, I told you there was another guy, their backer?
Yeah.
Well, he got sick. He went to a sanitarium. While he was there, the tornadoes robbed him of everything he ever had.
All three of them did that, huh?
Yes. Danilov, Brody, and Jimmy Dorn.
Danilov and Dorn are gone. That leaves only Brody, plus the widow Dorn and $17,000. Were you ever in a sanitarium, Patsy?
No. But they might put me away for slugging a cop. Oh, what do you want me to do, Danny? Cross my heart and hope to die?
Something easier than that. Use your phone for me.
Anything for a friend, Danny. But you are my friend, aren't you, Danny?
Call Billboard for me.
Oh, what?
Personal ad, Patsy. A personal ad on the front page where a guy in the show business would be sure to see it. You phrase it.
Phrase what?
Just this. Anyone connected with the act, the Whirling Tornadoes, meet at the entrance to Crescent Midway on Coney Island tomorrow night at 11. Have information to wind up affairs of the tornadoes. Phone that in, Patsy.
Because you say so, friend?
Because the police say so. And Patsy.
Yeah?
Sign your name to it. So I had it all set up. This case had murder in it, and I was pretty sure I knew who the murderer was. It was a matter of supplying a pigeon. That was me. The next day, two things happened. The ad was on the front page of Billboard, and rain came. When I hit Coney Island 10:30 that night, it was a wet desert. Neon reflections and stragglers and empty rides. The place was shadows on peeled paint and shadows on shadows. I had to spot the killer before he spotted me. So I picked one of the darkest places under the framework of the roller coaster and walked into it. I really walked into it.
Danny! There's such a night you picked to enjoy Coney Island. On a night like this, it is a dismal alley.
I'm in a dismal mood, K-Peck. And that gun you're holding doesn't make it any brighter.
It gives me the bravery to give orders to a policeman.
You shoot me, you'll be out of character, K-Peck. How are you going to make it look like an accident?
I have other ideas. First, I put my gun in my hand in my pocket. Now I say to you, let's go. Walk, Danny, walk.
You know, K-Peck, I think you loused up the job. A long time ago, you told me everything was neat and perfection. You forgot to tell me you put up the dough for the whirling tornadoes before you went to the sanitarium.
So?
So you killed Danilov and Dorn. But Brody gets away, huh?
Brody in time, policeman. But first, you and I take a ride on a roller coaster.
Yeah. I was wondering how you'd manage it.
Neat and perfection, Danny. Now get on. I'll pay for the tickets when the ride is over. In here, Danny. You get in the first car. I'll sit in the car behind you.
How are you going to work this, K-Peck? You going to slug me and heave me over? Like I said, you can't shoot me. Then it wouldn't look like an accident.
In a few seconds, when we get to the top, you will see. And all keep your hands to your sides, Danny. That's better.
Going to get a picture of this one, too, K-Peck?
When we get to the top, you will see.
The top was 2 seconds away.
Now, Danny, stand up. Stand up.
I stood up. Out of the corner of my eye, I saw him rise,
See
too.
how I'm
Take the
making
gun out of
look
his
like an
pocket, its
accident,
barrel
Danny?
in his fist. His arm came up in a wide arc, and that was the break I was waiting for. His body arched forward to strike. I twisted, grabbed his hand and elbow, and threw.
Let go of me, Danny!
How long can a roller coaster ride last? Long enough. Long enough to piece together the jagged edges of some frightened lives. Danilov and Dorn murdered. Murdered because they'd crossed a twisted man named K-Peck. Brody and Patsy Mack hugging the shadows because they were afraid of K-Peck's revenge. And Lily Dorn with a handful of dust and dollars.
You pay for the ride here, mister. Hey, you didn't take that ride all by yourself.
Yeah. A little while later, an ambulance came and picked up the dead, broken body of K-Peck. They took a picture of him, too. I caught a ride back to Broadway in a prowl car. It stretches out in front of you, this street called Broadway, like a midway to some cruel and fantastic circus. And you're the performer. You can walk the high wire or play it safe in a cage. Me? I guess my dodge is the wire. And the gaudiest, the most violent, the lonesomest mile in the world. Broadway. My beat.
Broadway's My Beat, with Larry Thor as Detective Danny Clover, is produced and directed by Gordon T. Hughes, with script by Morton Fine and David Friedkin. Musical direction is by Lud Gluskin. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
And for our final act, we ride along with the LAPD in Dragnet. A seemingly minor case of stolen car parts opens the door to a much larger operation. Can Friday and Smith crack the ring of car strippers before more vehicles are targeted?
Ladies and gentlemen, the story you are about to hear is true. The names have been changed to protect the innocent.
It was Tuesday, August 5th. It was warm in Los Angeles. We were working the day watch out of auto theft detail. My partner's Frank Smith. The boss is Captain Nelson. My name's Friday. I was on my way back from the telephone booth, and it was 10:23 p.m. when I got to the parking lot. Our car.
You called in?
Yeah, they haven't hit tonight so far.
What's the time now?
A little after 10:30. Parking lot's about empty.
Yeah. The attendant left a few minutes ago.
Frank?
Yeah, I see him.
Over there going for that Cadillac.
Yeah. You got a good look at him?
No, it's too dark. He's forcing the door. Come on.
Right.
All right, hold it up there.
He's in the car, Joe.
All right, hold it up.
He isn't going to stop.
He's heading for that intersection. He'll never get through. Come on.
It looks pretty bad, Joe.
Yeah, he really cracked into that Dodge, didn't he? All right, let us through, please.
Come on, please let us through.
I'll check the Cadillac.
Right, I'll get the other car.
Okay.
The 3 people in that Dodge are lucky. Doesn't look too bad. I'll call the ambulance.
Yeah, we'll tell them to hurry. I don't think this one's going to wait. 10:46 p.m. The ambulance arrived, and after emergency treatment at the scene, the victims were removed to Georgia Street Receiving Hospital. A traffic car had been dispatched to investigate the accident. Upon arrival at the emergency hospital, we were informed that the suspect had died on the way. The dead body was identified by his personal effects as Charles Roxford, age 16. The Juvenile Bureau was contacted, and they requested that in the course of our investigation, we notify the boy's family. 11:27 p.m. Frank and I drove out to the address listed on the victim's identification. It was a house above the Sunset Strip. We rang the bell and waited.
Somebody's coming.
Mm-hmm.
Yes?
Mrs. Roxford?
That's right. What is it?
Police officers, ma'am. We'd like to talk to you.
Police? Well, come in. I don't know what you want with us, but come in.
Thank you.
Come into the living room.
Thank you very much.
Now, sit down. What is it?
There's been an accident, Mrs. Roxford.
An accident?
Yes, ma'am. Pretty bad one.
What's this got to do with me?
Well, you see, ma'am, your boy was... Joe?
Well, we're sorry to have to tell you this, ma'am, but your boy was in an accident tonight.
Charles?
Yes, ma'am.
You said it was a bad accident.
Yes, ma'am, we did.
How bad?
Your son's dead, ma'am.
Charles? Charles Roxford? Oh, you're sure you have the right house?
Yes, ma'am. We're sorry, Miss Roxford.
Oh, Charles, he was only a baby. Just a baby. Oh, you're sure there's no mistake? You're sure?
Afraid not, ma'am.
How did it happen?
Well, it was an automobile accident, ma'am.
In an automobile?
Yes, ma'am. Your boy was driving the car.
Oh, but Charlie doesn't have a car. He doesn't drive.
Your boy was driving a stolen car, Mrs. Roxford.
What?
Your son had a stolen car, ma'am. He was trying to get away.
Well, that's not true.
Afraid it is, ma'am.
Why, no. That's terrible. I can't believe that Charlie'd do something like that. I thought I knew him. I didn't think he'd do anything like that. Well, did you see it? The accident. Were you there?
Yes, ma'am, we were.
How did it happen?
Well, he'd stolen the car, ma'am. He tried to escape. He ran the car out into a crowded street. One of the cars in the traffic didn't have time to stop. Your boy ran right into it.
Wasn't there something you could do to stop him?
Well, we tried, ma'am. We yelled at him. He almost ran us down.
You know where your boy was tonight, Mrs. Roxford?
No. No, I didn't know where he was going.
Did he leave the house alone?
Yes. Left right after dinner, about 8. Said he'd be back later.
Is there anything we can get for you, Mrs. Roxford?
No, nothing.
Where's your husband, ma'am?
I guess he's at his office. He sells insurance. Said he had to meet a client tonight. I don't know what he's going to do when he hears about this. Going to hit him awfully hard. Awfully hard.
Yes, ma'am.
He and the boy were very close. I don't know what he's going to do when he hears about it.
Did the boy give you any idea during dinner as to what he was going to do after he left?
No, he didn't. I didn't talk much to him.
Ma'am?
You see, I wasn't here. I was out most of the afternoon. I didn't get home until just before he left. He just finished dinner, and then he left.
I see, ma'am.
I was at the bridge club. I always go on Tuesdays. Am I going to see him?
Well, we want either you or your husband to identify him, ma'am.
Charlie, he's dead. Just a baby, just a little boy. You were there. You could have done something. You're police officers. Isn't that your job?
Beg your pardon?
Well, isn't it your job to help people, to do something when they're in trouble?
Well, yes, ma'am. I suppose it is, but it was a little late for that, wasn't it?
What does that mean?
Well, he was 16 when we met him, Miss Roxby.
What's that got to do with it?
Somebody should have tried a long time ago. Most car thefts fall into three basic categories, well known by all police officers. First, the cars that are stolen by professionals who change the motor numbers, forge owner certificates, repaint the bodies, and sell them throughout the country. The second group consists of joyriders, thieves who steal the cars for a few hours, merely to ride around in them and then leave them on the streets. The third category, and the one we've been working on for the past 6 weeks, dealt with the activities of car strippers. Their M.O. followed the usual pattern for this type of crime. The car would be stolen and then driven to some lonely part of the city. There, all usable accessories would be removed. Radios, tires, air horns, side mirrors, anything that could be resold would be taken. In certain cases, the articles would be stolen while the car remained parked where the owner had left it. We found that the gang had become so proficient that they could break into a car and remove the radio as well as other accessories in under 10 minutes. Avenues of sale for the stolen merchandise had been checked. Known dealers in stolen property had been questioned. As the days went on, the total of thefts went up. By the 5th of August, the gang had stolen over $12,000 in automobile accessories. In the instances where we'd been able to get a description of men loitering in the vicinity of the stripped cars, we'd had the witnesses check mug books in the hope of identifying the thieves. We'd gotten no new leads. Physical evidence at the scene of the abandoned cars had been checked and rechecked. It netted us nothing. A week passed. August 14th, 8:15 a.m. Frank and I got back to the office.
The captain's really boiling, isn't he?
Yeah, you can't blame them, though. They got to stop cold.
Well, we gotta get a break in it sometime. All the luck can't stay on their side.
I don't know. It looks like it could happen that way.
Anything on the stakeouts last night?
No, nothing that we got so far. Maybe something later. I get it. Auto theft Friday. Well, yeah. What was that again? Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, yes, ma'am. All right, what was that address again? Yes, I have a pen. Yeah, all right, well, we'll send a unit out. I'm sure they can help you. No, I'd suggest you get in touch with the SPCA. No, SPCA, yes, that's... All right, bye. Well, there's a dandy one.
What's that?
Woman lost a cat from her car. Want to know if we can get it back for her.
Yeah?
Says it's real easy to recognize. He has a collar on and he answers the name of Tabby.
Oh, that makes it easier.
Yeah.
Auto theft, Smith. Yes, sir. Where are you calling from, sir? Yes, sir, that's on Wilshire, right? All right, sir, we'll be right there.
Anything?
Yeah, a doctor out on Wilshire parked his car out in front of his office.
Yeah.
Came back in 10 minutes. His car radio was gone.
"8:56 a.m. Frank and I got to the doctor's office. It was in a large medical building out on Wilshire Boulevard. We went up to the second floor and talked to the man who placed the call, a Dr. Alex Halsey. He told us that he'd stopped at his office on the way to a hospital call. He'd parked his car immediately in front of the building. When he returned 10 minutes later, he found that the radio had been stolen. From his office, we called the crime lab and latent fingerprints detail. Crews of men were sent from both divisions. They went over the car for possible physical evidence. Frank and I, along with Dr. Halsey, went down to the street. We talked to him while the officers worked.
Darndest thing I ever saw. I tell you, I wasn't in the building more than 10 minutes. 10 minutes outside.
Yes, sir.
Came back, and I could see right away that the door had been opened.
Uh-huh.
First, I thought maybe I'd left it open. Then when I got in the car, I knew right away. As soon as I saw the radio was gone.
Yes, sir. Did you notice anyone loitering around your car when you parked it? Anybody suspicious, maybe?
No, I didn't. Of course, I might not have noticed anyone. Had my mind on Julie.
Julie?
Yes, I'm operating on her this afternoon. Poor little kid has an intestinal disorder. Only 3 months old.
Gee, that's too bad.
Yes, she'll be fine, though. Of course, the parents are worried. They always are. Can't convince them there's nothing to worry about.
Yes, sir. Then you didn't notice anyone, huh?
No, like I said, I didn't.
You sure you locked your car, sir, when you left it?
Oh, yes, I'm sure about that.
The windows. Did you roll them all the way up?
Roll them up. Well, now, once in a while I don't. Try to think of that. I'm not sure about this morning. No, come to think of it, I guess I didn't close them this morning. Such a wonderful day.
Yes, sir. Well, that's probably how they got into your car.
Do you happen to have the serial number of the radio, Dr. Halsey?
No, I don't think I have. Might be on the papers. I just got the car a couple of months ago. Might be on the papers. I can check them for you.
All right, sir. That'll help.
I'll have my secretary look them up for you right away.
Anyone else drive the car, Dr. Halsey?
Oh, no, sir. Don't believe in that. I'm the only one. Been the only one to drive it. Don't believe in lending the car to somebody else. Never have believed in it.
Mm-hmm.
Joe?
Excuse me a minute, Dr. Halsey.
Surely.
Yeah, Leonard.
Got a couple of clean prints on the dashboard. Might belong to the thief.
Yeah.
I'd like to check the doctor. It might be his.
Okay.
Wait a minute. I'll get the kit.
I know. Hey, Dr. Halsey.
Yes, Sergeant.
Okay.
This is Sergeant Tankersley of the Fingerprint Department. He'd like to check your prints.
How do you do, sir?
All right, Doctor. Wonder if I could look at your fingers, please.
Surely. Can you tell just from looking at them what you want to know?
No, sir, but you see, the prints we found are whorl. If your prints were loops, there'd be no reason to take them.
How about it, Len?
Better roll them up for comparison.
We're going to take your prints, Doctor, if you have no objection.
Oh, no, of course not. Glad to help.
All right, sir. You want to step over here? We can take them in the officer's car.
Yes, glad to.
Here, I'll get the door. Yeah, I'll get the pad. Now, Doctor, if you let me have your hand.
Surely, here. Never knew my fingers were so big.
Just that we're taking the print of the whole tip of the finger, sir. Makes it look that way.
Oh, I see. Uh-huh.
All right, Doctor, you can get the ink off with this, I think.
What do you think, Leonard?
I'll check them now.
Sure be a break if they were the thieves.
Yeah. Well, there must be. Couldn't be anyone else's.
Well, how about your family, Doctor? Possible the prints could be theirs, maybe?
Oh, no chance. Jenny, that's my wife. She has her own car. Kids always use that one.
How about it, Len?
Make them?
Yeah, they belong to Doctor.
10:02 a.m. The crime lab crew gathered what physical evidence they could find and returned to check over their findings. Frank and I took a report from Dr. Halsey, and then we talked to his secretary. She was unable to find the ownership papers on the car. We drove over to the dealer who had sold him the car and got the serial number of the stolen radio. We notified pawn shop detail and gave them the information. For the next 3 weeks, stakeouts on the parking lots in the central area continued. Arrests were made, but the thieves apparently had no connection with the gang we were after. They kept hitting, but the speed with which they operated made apprehending them difficult. On Friday, September 5th, we got a call that a stolen car had been recovered out in Topanga Canyon. We drove out to check on it. The tires, radio, horns, heater, spotlights, fog lights, and the side view mirrors had been taken. The seat covers had been removed, and the hubcaps were missing. Again, there was no physical evidence that gave us a lead to the thieves. That night at 10:52 p.m., Frank and I checked back into the office. You want to sign us out? I'll check the book.
Yeah, I'll get it. Anything?
Yeah, a call from Brennan out in Wilshire. I'll call him. Hello, Brennan around? Yeah, all right.
Say what it was about?
No, I'm calling him now. Yeah, hi, Brennan. It's Friday. Yeah. You did, huh? Well, where'd that happen? No kidding. Well, those are the brakes, I think. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, thanks, Brennan. Picked up a kid for running a red light driving a hot rod.
Yeah?
Car was fixed up with a lot of new stuff. Guys out of Wilshire checked it over.
Uh-huh.
According to the serial number on the radio, it was stolen from Dr. Halsey. 11:27 p.m. Frank and I drove out to Wilshire Division. We checked with Sergeant Brennan, and he told us how the boy had been picked up. He'd run a red light at the corner of Pico and La Brea. He'd been stopped by two officers in a cruiser car. He was driving a cut-down 49 Ford that was equipped with Cadillac hubcaps, white sidewall tires, Chrysler horns, and a Cadillac radio. The officers had started to question him, and he'd attempted to escape. He'd been apprehended and brought to the station to be interrogated. In checking the serial number of the radio, the men from Wilshire Division had discovered that it was stolen and had left word for us. 11:45 p.m. We went to an interview room to talk to the boy.
What's your name, son?
Martin.
First name?
Herb Martin.
You know why you're here, don't you?
Yeah.
You want to tell us where you got that stuff?
I bought it.
Where?
Different places.
You remember where?
Not right off.
How old are you?
19.
Where do you live?
8297 Marianne Drive.
Where were you going when they stopped you?
Home.
Where'd you been?
Around.
Same place you bought that stuff on your car, huh?
Yeah, that's right.
Now, look, you better come off this, young fella. You might think you're a big man, but you got things a little mixed up here. You got caught with a carload of stolen accessories. Been a lot of stealing going on around town. The way your car looks, you could be responsible for it.
Yeah, well, I'm not.
You look good for it.
Look, maybe I lifted the radio and stuff, but that don't mean I'm in on the other. Maybe I stole that stuff, but that was for me. I didn't sell it like the others. Now leave me alone, huh?
What do you mean, others?
I don't know what you mean.
You said the others.
Well, I didn't mean others like
Well,
that.
how did you mean it?
Well, like the guys you're looking for.
That's not the way it sounded.
No, you said it like you knew who you were talking about.
I didn't say it like that.
That's the way it sounded.
That's right, son.
Now, why don't you tell us who you meant?
Look, Herb, we haven't got all day.
Come on, boy. Who'd you mean?
All right, I'll tell you.
We continued to talk to Herb Martin. He told us of the activities of a gang of car strippers who were working on order. He went on to say that from what he'd heard, if someone wanted to pick up some fast money, a connection could be made with a man on the corner of Sunset and Western. The man would give the order for the stolen merchandise and say where and at what time it was to be delivered. Herb told us that he had the opportunity to do business with the man, but that he turned it down. He was unable to identify the man who made the contact and said that he'd never heard him referred to by name. He gave us the names and addresses of 2 of the men who were working for him. 12:45 a.m., Frank and I left and drove back downtown. With the assistance of officers from Wilshire Division, the 2 young men were brought in for questioning. They identified their contact as a Richard R. Ogden. We ran the name through R&I and found that Ogden had a previous record of petty theft. From the 510 in his package, we obtained his last known address, but the landlady told us that he'd moved and left no forwarding address. She told us, however, that she thought we could find him at the Meyer Garage on South Hoover. We drove over and found that it was a small place on the corner of Hoover and Mariposa. The owner, Alan Meyer, told us that Ogden did work for him, but that he was out. He said that the suspect was expected back almost any time. While we talked to him, Meyer worked on a small foreign car.
Great little cars. Get a real kick out of working on them. Yeah, sure nice looking. You sell them, do you?
No, I just service them. Oh, now and then I get accessories for them. You know, I order them up, install them. Cost too much to keep a regular stock of them.
Yeah. When did you say that Ogden would be back?
We should be here now. Probably got hung up someplace.
What about all this other stuff here? Is that for these foreign cars, too?
What do you mean?
Oh, the tires, the hubcaps here?
No, that's where I make most of my money. I go out and buy them from wrecks, bring them back here, straighten them out, resell them to the independent stations around town.
Yeah.
Say, you guys like some peanuts?
No,
no, thanks.
Okay, you don't mind if I have some, huh? Sure you don't want any?
No,
thanks very much.
Go through a whole can of these a day. And get started on the things you can't stop. You sure you don't want some? Huh?
No, thanks. How long you known this Ogden, Meyer?
Oh, let's see. Guess it's been 10 years anyway. Went to work for me a year ago. Good man, brought a lot of business in. Say, what does you want to see him about?
Oh, we'd like to talk to him.
You don't want to tell me, huh?
Be better if we talked to him, Mr. Meyer.
Yeah. Well, here he is now. Hey, Dick.
Yeah?
A couple of fellas here want to see you.
Yeah, what is it?
You Richard Ogden?
Yeah, that's right.
Police officers. I'm Frank Smith. This is my partner, Joe Friday.
What did you guys want me for?
I'd like to talk to you, Ogden.
Well, go ahead.
Might be better if we went outside.
Well, look, you can talk to him here. I got some work I can do in the office.
Don't want to bother you, Mr. Meyer.
No trouble at all.
Well, now, what's this all about?
You know a couple of kids named Jerry Z. Swanson and Harry T. Benson?
Swanson and Benson? No, I don't think I do.
They say they know you. Say they do some work for you.
Sorry to bother you. Forgot my peanuts.
It's all right, sir.
I'll be in the office if you need anything.
Thank you, sir.
No, anything at all.
Yes, sir.
What about it, Ogden?
What about what?
You know the kids, this Benson and Swanson?
No, I told you what.
All right, mister, let's go downtown. We'll talk it over there, huh?
What for? Why are you pulling me in?
I want you to meet the 2 boys if you don't know them.
Well, what's that going to prove?
We want to know why they named you. Why they said you were responsible for the car stripping that's been going on.
You mean you believe them?
Well, we've got no reason not to. I don't think they'd stage a thing like this. They got a lot to lose.
So have I. You get me down there and those 2 kids point me out and I haven't got a chance. Even if I'm not the one and they say I am, you won't give me a break.
No, if you haven't done anything, you got nothing to worry about.
I'm not going. Alan? Hey, Alan.
Yeah, what is it, Dick?
Come here, will you?
Yeah, right away. What's the matter? Something wrong?
Well, these guys are going to take me to jail.
Well, what for? What's he done?
We want to talk to him, Meyer. We think he's involved in some car thefts.
Well, I know that's not true. Dick wouldn't do a thing like that. I know. I've known him a long time.
No, I'm sorry, sir, but the information we've got says he did.
Why, Dick? Why'd you do a thing like that? If what these officers say is true, well... Gee, that's awful. Why would you do a thing like that?
What are you talking about?
All right, come on, Ogden. Let's go.
No, I'm not going.
I think you better do what the officers say, Dick. It'll be better if you don't cause any trouble.
Well, wait a minute. What are you trying to prove with this?
I don't know what you mean. Next thing you'll be trying to involve me in this.
Yeah, well, that's just what I'm going to do.
You see, officers, that's terrible.
Well, don't you listen to him. He's the guy behind the whole thing. Look over there, the tires, all this stuff. Sure, I stole them. I had the kids go out and pick them up, but he set it up. He sold them to the stations. He took most of the money. The whole thing was his idea.
Well, Dick, how can you say that?
Well, I can say it because it's true. I'll tell you all about it. You take him downtown, I'll tell you all about it. You're not going to let me stand for this alone.
And to think that he'd do a thing like this to me after we've been friends for so long. Bring me stolen merchandise to sell.
You got anything to back up what you're saying, Ogden?
Sure I have. You just bet I can back it up.
Go ahead.
Well, you look at his books, not the ones he's got out in the open, but you look at the ones in the safe. It's all there. All the deals he's made with the owners of the stations, all the orders, what he paid the kids for them, and what he got for them. Didn't think I knew about it, did you? A whole lousy year I've been doing the dirty work for him. Well, I've had it. I'm through. I've had it. Let me take the beef. What a crumb. I'll show him.
I don't understand it. Friends for so long. I'd have gotten you out. 10 years we've been friends. I trusted you all that time. Then you sold me out. Why?
Well, that shouldn't be too tough for you to figure.
Huh?
You showed him how.
The story you have just heard was true. The names were changed to protect the innocent.
On January 21st, trial was held in Department 87, Superior Court of the State of California, in and for the County of Los Angeles. In a moment, the results of that trial. Richard R. Ogden and Alan Y. Meyer were tried and convicted of receiving stolen property. They received sentences as prescribed by law. Receiving stolen property is punishable by imprisonment in the state penitentiary for a period of not more than 10 years, or in the county jail for not more than 1 year. The investigation of the records of Alan Y. Meyer uncovered the names of the other men involved in the thefts. They, along with Herbert S. Martin, Jerry Z. Swanson, and Harold T. Benson, were tried on a charge of grand theft auto and convicted. They were sentenced to the state penitentiary at San Quentin, California, for the term as prescribed by law. Grand theft auto is punishable by imprisonment in the state penitentiary for a period of not less than 1, nor more than 10 years.
From tropical islands to the bustling streets of Broadway and Los Angeles, this episode of classic radio drama theater has been a whirlwind tour of crime and investigation. We hope you've enjoyed these classic tales of law enforcement. Which case did you find the most gripping? Tell us in the comments below. And be sure to subscribe and ring that notification bell so you're always first in line for our next episode. Until then, remember, justice may be blind, but it always finds its way.